I am Shereem Herndon-Brown, founder and Chief Education Officer, Strategic Admissions Advice, and we're going to continue our conversation about college essays and how parents can help. Last week, we talked about the importance of storytelling and how the college essay fundamentally is a story, a slice of your kid's life, that they are documenting their lived experiences and sharing something that's authentic to them. But I want parents to think about how they can help. And how the first thing you can do to help, and this even goes back to a few more weeks ago, is that you can designate a time. Designate a time, one time a week, where you and your child are sitting down and saying, look, it's September, October, November, December, hopefully not, that we need to talk about this college essay thing. We need to talk about the college application process. And parents, you can help specifically with the college essay by helping them to brainstorm. So instead of asking them every day, have you written your essay? What's your essay about? Have you shared it with someone? Have you proofread it? That's going to get on their nerves. I have teenagers, 20-something, and oh wow, they're both 20-something. But the bottom line is they don't want to be asked that question over and over again because they feel the weight of this process. So how can you help your child with this process? You can help them by brainstorming with them during that one time a week that you're going to sit down and talk about the college application process and talk about what's important to them, what experience or experiences has led them to this point, what event or experience has led them to this point, who do they feel like they are becoming gradually, and how is this fueling their life ambitions. These are things that I talked about last week, but I want to make sure that you are thinking about them too as it pertains to your child. You're not the only parent helping their child to think about this all-important essay. I never want parents to write an essay for a kid. I want parents to proofread the essays at the end. I don't want you to polish the essays. I do want you to proofread. And I do think you or a teacher, a school counselor, you can find someone to give them suggestions for feedback. I think sometimes parents, I've been a parent, can get too critical about our kid and giving them feedback about their writing and they get defensive. So instead, I'd rather you help them to brainstorm for their essay. And at the end, I hope that you will proofread. If you want to lob in a suggestion gently during that very finite time on a Sunday night or whatever time you guys designate, that's up to you. But the way you can help is generating ideas. Thinking about their life, what you know about them. Parents, we know our kids better than they know themselves. And lobbing some suggestions to them that they can effectively use for this all-important essay. You don't remove yourself from this. Don't say to yourself, well, it's your process, your essay, I'm hands off, because what that will do is that they will give them free license to create something that doesn't follow the necessary structure that a college essay needs to have. A college essay must tell a story and document something that will reveal something to them about their for their college. Quick story, I love to tell them. Dealing with this student, working with the student last year, 2 years ago, and he was writing an essay about his little brother. His little brother came into his life, 8 years younger than him, and at 16, the brother was 8, he was still adjusting in his mind to having to be more responsible, to having to, sometimes babysit, having this little brother kind of look up to him, and he didn't like it. So his story was, why is this age gap between my brother and I affecting my life? My parents decided to have a kid, and all of a sudden, I'm the one babysitting for him. What he gradually learned was his role was to show his little brother how to do things differently than he did. So while he reluctantly went into babysitting on a Friday or Saturday night, he said, you know what, I'm going to teach this kid how to play chess. Then, after they started playing chess, they started to talk. What do you like? I like comic books. What's your favorite Marvel movie? The little boy shared it with them. They started watching Marvel movies together. Gradually, they formed a relationship that they hadn't had at 0 and 8 or 2 and 10 or even, 3 and whatever plus 8, 11 is. They gradually got to know each other as a 16-year-old and an 8-year-old because the 16-year-old was willing to teach the 8-year-old things that he wished he would have known. Again, I wish all my kids were this mature and willing to engage in the way that this kid did, But I thought it was a really rich, important thing that he recognized what was important to him, that he was honest with himself. I really didn't want this little brother, but now I have him. Now, how is this affecting his life ambitions? He was applying to education programs. He said he might want to be a professor one day. So him understanding how kids work or how he needs to be a positive role model, a lot of pressure for a 16-year-old, but he accepted it. And his acceptance of his little brother and the age gap and teaching him chess and video games and watching Marvel movies really became a powerful piece of his essay because he understood his role. It was personal. It wasn't just a litany, a list of all the different things that he had done extracurricularly. It was about him progressing as a person by lifting someone up, right? Old adage, lift as you climb. That's what he was doing for his little brother. I thought it was powerful. The kid's a sophomore in college now, and I think he's very happy. So all that said, parents, help your kid brainstorm their essay. Help them to generate ideas. Allow them to write it. Give them an outline or let them create their own outline. Then at the end, I would love for you to proofread it and I'll polish it in a way that is appropriate for a 17, 18-year-old to submit their college essay. If they need help understanding structure, if they need someone to read their essay and give them feedback, please check out our course, How to Write an Awesome College Essay. We're happy to help. strategicadmissionsadvice.com. We want to help you and your child during this very critical college application admission season.